Well, good afternoon, fellow diamond painters. It's DP Crazy Lady. It is 12:05 on Sunday, still the 22nd of October, 2023. I'm somewhat progressing. I thought I'd do just a very small whip and chat since I can get this camera somewhat lined up. Let's see. I watched Lazy Retired Granny. I watched your video. Oh, this thing is going to bounce on me. Wait a minute. It's going to keep bouncing because dang it. This isn't long enough. Oh, let's see if I can pull this over. That should fit on there now. Anyway, I watched your video about your pumpkin patch and stuff. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of money. You know, I guess that's, you know, how they make money. You know, everything's going up, so why not charge people not only to get into the patch, but to go and pay for the pumpkin when you get there? I mean, that's a little ridiculous. You know, if you've got 3 people, there's $30 there, and then you each buy a pumpkin. I mean, I don't think $30, I don't think that's worth the outing. You know, you can buy a pumpkin for $5-6 at the grocery store and be done with it. Oh, my sinuses are really, this weather, it's been raining for the last week or two. It's going to rain again today. I have my heat on, and with every time I go outside to take the puppy out, and then I come back in, it's cold out, then warm in, and back and forth. And oh, my sinuses are draining like crazy, massive. It's ridiculous. You know, Granny, you said, you know, you've been wanting to make your stew for the last 3 or 4 videos I've been watching, talking about your stew. Guess what I'm got in the crock pot right now that I started it about, well, let's see, it would be about 3 hours ago, so it'd be about 9:30, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there. I call it hobo stew because it's everything and anything I could find to stick in there. So there's a little bit of beef, you know, cubed beef, there's carrots, there's potatoes, there's cabbage. I put in some beef broth, celery, parsley, let's see, celery, parsley, onions, well, you name it, and it's in that stew. So that's what we're going to be having for dinner today, is stew. So, hello, twinsy. You know, my daughter, she got up this morning at, well, I did the video, and it was about, I figured she'd wake up maybe around 9 o'clock, but it was about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I heard a thud, and I thought, here we go. I hear a thud, I go in there, and she's on the floor with the crutches beside her, just coming into the hallway. And I said, what is going on now? And she said, I fell backwards. I said, did you land on your foot? You know, smack your foot? Yeah. So now she's been in pain with it all day, even though the pain meds they're giving her, they're making her loopy as all get out, but they're not really doing much for the pain in her leg and foot. and they're making her nauseous as all hell. Thank goodness I have some pills here that were given to me a while back, and they're still good. They're for nausea. So I told her, if you have to take one of those pills, excuse me, for pain, then take a nausea pill soon thereafter. Because, you know, she's been trying to eat. She tried to eat lunch yesterday and couldn't make it through her lunch. Then she did have a little bit of breakfast this morning, which was just cottage cheese and tomatoes and a boiled egg. And tried to give her her lunch, which was her lunch from yesterday, which was the acorn squash. And she couldn't make it through that one either today. So hopefully the nausea pill will kick in and she can at least eat. And now she's got a headache. And she can't take anything for the headache because once you take the pain pill, they don't want you taking anything else with it. So I'm telling you, things have got you coming and going. So her and her, I don't know if I call her a klutz or not. I don't know. Sonia used the gift card through Amazon, and she got 2 books that she wanted to read, and I guess some kind of game board that it's like a solitary game, not solitary like cards, but it's like a one-person, you know, probably like a whodunit type game of some kind. I don't know. I'll have to ask her. And she ended up getting a small little sweater for Liam. She said she hopes it fits him because he has been so cold. And I had baby shirts, but number one, he's grown out of them, and number two, they don't fit as well, you know, because naturally a dog doesn't really have shoulders. A baby does, dogs don't. So they kind of drooped on him around his chest, and sometimes he'd walk right out of them. So she's, you know, I don't know when that'll be coming, but she thanks you very, very much. I thank you very, very much. That'll give her something, you know, she can read. I mean, she has a few books, but this is probably some things she wanted to read and had them in her wish list, I guess. So she thanks you very, very much, and I thank you. Let's see. My cross stitch will be here tomorrow. My daughter looked at the tracking, and it will be here tomorrow. Don't know what time. It depends on the mailman. Sometimes he gets here between 11 and 1. Sometimes I don't see him until between 1 and 3. So if and when he gets here, or when he does, I will start getting things set up and show you as I go along. First thing in the morning, though, I have to call the vet's office because I have to get some flea med and worm med for the kitty. And they've seen her before, so I shouldn't have to take her in. She weighs the same, the whole bit. She just needs some flea med and worm med. She doesn't go outside. She's not an outdoor cat. But until we had flea meds for the puppy, you know, he could have brought in fleas from going out and in and out and in, and I just want to make sure she doesn't. She's not really scratching or nothing, but I just want to make sure. So I have to do that. They open. I think they open about 8:30 or something like that. So I'm going to call them as soon as they open. And then the orthopedic surgeon, I expect they open about 9. So they'll get a call right after, I'm done with calling the vet. And I am so hoping they get her in within this week, so they can at least, he can check it, he can evaluate it, and decide when they're going to do the surgery. Because at least once he does the surgery, things will move along from there, hopefully. And she'll have a better cast on, and, because the thing that she has on now is just a basic stabilizer. And it's not soft, but it's not, real hard like a cast is. So hopefully they'll, get to that. And then I don't think she's real good on walking on crutches. I'll tell you that. I don't suppose anybody is. It's like, practice, but who wants to practice with crutches if you don't have to have them? So, as long as she, well, it's a good thing she didn't land on her face. She fell backwards, but how do you fall backwards and still hit your leg, your foot, whatever, I told her next time you go to fall backwards, just land on your butt, but I don't know. I just, and Linda said, Lazy Retired Granny, you said, hopefully all this stuff is done and over with before the snow flies, not driving in this crap. Got news for you. We'll probably, if the weather keeps going the way it's going right now and the way it's been feeling, we're going to have snow by Halloween, for gosh sakes. It is cold out there. And the leaves are falling like crazy. They're already changing. They're falling. I got them all over my driveway, all my steps. They're everywhere. So, and the wind is one of those bitey winds, So, if we don't have any snow by Halloween, I suspect we're going to have some way before Thanksgiving or right around Thanksgiving. I could almost guarantee that, because that's the way things feel. Oh, I'm sorry for the sniffling. Sorry. Yeah, I heard that too, Granny, about that people commenting on our videos, and I noticed too I'm not getting the comments I used to get, or at least from certain people that I used to get. And I heard someone say, that, yeah, that's going around, something's going on, with YouTube. But I also heard that, if you, try to subscribe, unsubscribe and then resubscribe and see if that doesn't fix the glitch. Because I looked up as much as I could on YouTube for that, solution in my program and stuff. And it doesn't say anything like that. Now, I noticed when I went to comment on your page, Granny, whoops, I got a piece of hair on there. I commented and hit apply, and it sat there, and I didn't see the comment. I thought, okay, where did it go? And then all of a sudden it went pop, and it popped on. So I think that's the issue with YouTube. It's not the person who is putting anything wrong in their text or anything in their words. It's just an issue with YouTube, and it's like just picking and choosing whomever or whatever. But if I was the person who it was happening to, I would contact YouTube. I mean, I would tell them, look, I'm trying to, comment on certain people's pages or videos, and I'm not saying anything mean, nasty, or whatever. Why, are my comments either being flagged or disappearing or not showing up at all? Because I have banned, oops, there goes the drill. I have banned no one. So, or I haven't put anything in where, certain words are accepted and certain words aren't. I haven't done any of that. So, I have no clue why. I'm not computer savvy and I'm not YouTube savvy. So, like I said, I suspect, try to unsubscribe and then resubscribe and see if that doesn't resolve an issue or something. I remember one time I made a comment on, I forget whose video it was. I made the comment and it was there, and I went back to I forget what I went back for, to look at the channel again, and my comment was gone. It disappeared. So I have no idea what happened. And I think it was your channel, Granny, that I said I comment on, and it disappeared. So I don't know. I have no clue. And then Bella, oh my gosh, 6 weeks she's been without her car. And yeah, here in the States, when they had my car for 2 weeks, I got a loaner. They gave me a loaner, but they only did that because my car was still under a warranty, and I had purchased the car there. It wasn't a Toyota, but it was a Toyota dealership where I bought my car. And it wasn't a Toyota itself. But since they were the ones that were under the obligation through the extra insurance I paid for, or warranty I paid for, or whatever, that they were the ones responsible for any and all repairs on my car, that since they had to have my car for at least 2 weeks, they had to give me a loaner. And boy, did I hate that loaner. I'm not a large car fan, and this thing was like a monster to me. I think it was a RAV4 or one of those. I don't even remember. I just know it was a new one, like a 2022 or 2023 vehicle or whatever it was. And I hated it. I hated it. I don't like the idea that you push a button and you got to wait forever for your trunk to open up. And when you go to lower it, I mean, heck, if it's at nighttime, somebody could jump in the back of your car while you're not looking. I don't like it. And, just all these extra gadgets. And I mean, if that vehicle, if I buy a vehicle and it costs me that much money, it better do the cooking and the cleaning and washing the dishes. I'm sorry. I can't, I can't see having something, for somebody who does traveling or something like that, yeah. And if they like large vehicles, okay, that's good. I drive about maybe 2,000 miles a year, if I'm lucky. And I don't need something big and fancy, and, that's why I drive a little smart car. 2-seater smart car. That's it. And I really like it. I really would have liked to have had a Mini Cooper, but I couldn't afford a Mini Cooper. And being that that's British, that would end up being real expensive to repair. And this smart car isn't a cheap one to repair either. being that it is built by Mercedes. But a lot of times the parts, they got to ship them over from Germany, and you know, it gets rather expensive. So that's why I had the 2 or 3 year warranty on it, the extra, and it covered quite a lot. So I didn't cover oil changes and tune-ups, but those weren't too expensive. And nowadays, heck, with the newer cars, you can't just drive in sometimes to the, those drive-in type oil change things, because you either have a different kind of plug underneath to drain the oil, and the guys don't have the certain equipment or the certain ratchet thing, the attachment to pull the plug or twist the plug off, and yada yada yada. And sometimes, I swear, it's got to be the dealerships that do that, because then that's how they get you coming back. I'll tell you how they get some people coming back. Some dumb people. And it's my stepmother that was pretty dang on dumb. She had a Cadillac. She needed air in her tires. And I told her, I said, well, let's take it down, to one of the gas stations, or take it over to Pep Boys, because they do it for free. And she goes, oh, no, 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 no. I said, why? And she said, oh, the Cadillac dealer told me I have to come to them. They have special air to put in my tires. I said, what do you mean special air? And she said, oh yeah. She said, they told me it's the kind of air that they put in airplane tires. It's special air. You have to have the special air in this Cadillac tires. I said, lady, I said, they see you coming, don't they? I mean, I can't believe that she fell for that. And I could not convince her otherwise. I could not. Until that woman died, that's where she always took her car, to have air put in her tires, because they had the special air. And I jumped them later after she passed away, because we took the Cadillac into the hydraulic hinges on the trunk needed to be repaired. Need to be replaced, really. It had those shock type hinges, whatever they were. And I told the guy there, I said, well, I said, you definitely used to see you were used to seeing my stepmother coming, weren't you? And he said, why? I said, because you all had the nerve to tell her that you had special air to put in her tires, because that's the only air you could put in them tires. I said, how much did you charge her every time you brought her in here to do it? And he just kind of looked at me. He didn't say a word. I mean, that's what I mean about, if you're a single woman, and you're not familiar with your own vehicle, or you fall for crap that, these dealerships and stuff will tell you, that's bad. If my dad would have been alive, he'd have jumped on her, and then he'd have went down and jumped on the dealership. So that's, they said, that's funny. That is funny but sad. So, but yeah, I'm getting close on this. And the checkerboard was the thing I was trying to think of the last time when I was on here. Yeah, checkerboard. Well, I'm telling you, it's either old age or just junk just goes flying out of your brain. And I'm going to say hello to Becky again, wherever you are, dear. I know you're out there somewhere. The Frosty Friends, or what, I think that's what you're going to be that you are working on. That is so cute. That is just so cute. You got yourself a good deal on it, I suspect, through the D-Stash. It is really a cute one. You know, I wish Craftably would finally get their gnome one that they're talking about. They've been talking about. Maybe after they finish this little move or whatever it is they're doing, they'll start bringing, a few more of those in, because I want that. I think it's the snow gnomes or something, the festive gnomes, or I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, I would like to have that. That's, something I'm interested in. I like the gnomes. Well, gonks. They call them gnomes. I call them their gonks. Let's see. 26 minutes. That's not too bad. Just trying to get as much done as possible. I should be able to finish it. Well, I know I will. Since I don't have to stand over the stove and do any major cooking or anything. I just have dishes to put away. And supper will be ready at about 5 o'clock or so. And already had my lunch. Just made a salad and had that. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, Puppy's getting way better at giving things. He still steals stuff. But he's getting better at when I say give it. He gives it to me pretty much. He doesn't run anymore. I don't have to chase him. And if he's really in a playful mood, I'll say give it, and he goes running in to his cage, and he'll sit inside his cage, and you reach in and he just kind of drops it out of his mouth. So he's getting a lot better because he figures, okay, I've stolen it, they're not going to chase me, but if I give it back, I get a treat. So he's either learning that when I say give it, he gives it to me, and then he gets his treat, or he's learning, I want a treat, and the only way I can get one is if I steal something. So he goes in and steals it, and then if I give it back to him, then I get my treat. So he's either connived, kind of like bamboozled us into this is how I get a treat. So I don't care which way he's figured it out, as long as he learns it and he gives it back to us. Because just a little bit ago, he stole my pen. And he gave it right up. But I didn't give him a treat. Because I don't want him to think that every time he comes in and rips me off, that he gets benefits from it. So, well, I guess I'm reaching, the end of my babble, because I really can't think. I hope you're able to see me painting this. I can't tell. But, and I've got light on it. I've got my pole light. I've got the light, on here. So, hopefully you can see it. And I'm going to upload this and finish it up as fast as I can. And then try to get a full-fledged picture of it when it is complete. It's a big one. And once I do that and put up a pic of it, then that's it. I've got to get, you know, all my cross-stitch stuff together and hope I can find everything, because I know it's in there. I put them in boxes. So, all right. Well, y'all have a good Sunday afternoon. I don't know how the weather is out where y'all are at. Hopefully it's a good day, you know, to spend with family and friends. So, y'all have a good one. And I may be back at you a little later this evening with this finished project. So, hugs. Love you. DP Crazy Lady. I'm out.